Hi, I'm Megan, and welcome back. So, I started my spring and summer 2026 reading, and these are the four that I got through in April. Two were all right, one was great, and one I didn't even finish. Let's get into it. All right, first one is Summer Blowout by Claire Cook. If you've ever seen the movie Must Love Dogs, same author. This one's from 2008. So a little bit older books. I think all of these, I think maybe one of them was from like last year. This was cute. They talk about like that this is like the most intoxicating fun you'll have all summer, that is laugh out loud. I think that's a stretch on both parts. There were a couple times I chuckled. I don't think it was the most fun I had so far this year. Um, it is quirky. It's kind of charming, um, but a little far fetched, in my opinion, with how the family dynamics are. Um, but definitely a cute little like romance, boy meets girl, meet cute kind of a thing. So if you're wanting something where you can just kind of read it and then be able to put it down and pick it up a couple days later and pick up right where you left off, then this is a great choice. Second book is also a Claire Cook, Life's a Beach. This one I liked more. Again, sisters. I just felt that this one was maybe a little bit more believable. The main character, Ginger, lives in an apartment above her parents' garage. She's 41, not married, has a boyfriend who is apparently unable to commit, and a very cute nephew. Um, that's probably the funniest part in the book. This one was definitely funnier, in my opinion, than the last Claire Cook book that I had read. And her nephew is cute and I got a couple of chuckles out of all of that. She does come up with a really cute business idea. Again, it's one that you can be reading on vacation while you're in the mountains at the beach, just hanging out by your pool. Um, you can be reading it, put it down, pick it back up. It's a pretty easy and quick read. But of the two of the Claire Cook books, that was hard to say. I liked this one better. And I have also read Wild Water Walking Club, and I liked that one as well. So, of the three of those books, my favorite Claire Cook book is Wild Water Walking Club. Life's a Beach and then Summer Blowout was cute, but that would be my third choice. So if you find any Claire Cook books in a thrift store, pick one of those up. The third book is this one, Beach House Rules by Christy Woodson Harvey. I'd never read anything by her before. I did get this one. I checked it out from the library, and it's the large print. Um, I guess a lot of people were wanting to read this book. It came out last year in 2025. Yeah, it came out in 2025. And so if you're going to get a book from the library and you want to put a hold on it, and there's like a long list of people who are also wanting the book, get the large print book. I mean, it's probably a little ridiculous to have print quite so large, but guess what? I was the first one. I got this book. The other people are probably still waiting in line. And I think they'll be disappointed because, spoiler alert, this is the book that I did not finish. I got probably about halfway through and I was like, I don't care. I don't care at all. And so I didn't finish this book. And I'm sad because this one sounded like a lot of fun. Um, so I'm very disappointed, and I would probably not be reading anything else by this author. If you read this and you have a different take, please let me know. I just didn't particularly care for the writing style. Um, and then I would forget what was happening when I put it down from one read to the next. Fourth and last book for April was Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. This one was written in 2023. I did buy this at a used bookstore. I've read one other book by Catherine Center and I loved it. I read I had read Things You Save in a Fire, and then she also has a movie out on Netflix. I think they still have it available, and it's called Happiness for Beginners. I did watch it. It was really cute. I would love to read the book. Um, of the four that I read in April, this is definitely my favorite book. The way she writes, it's just so relatable. It's funny. It is, you can just kind of put yourself in the place of the character. The main character in this book is Sadie. She's an artist. Her mom was also an artist. She lost her mom when she was 14, and she struggles with her relationship with her father. And it's just such a touching aspect of the story. And then I mean, I'm not giving anything away, but she ends up having some sort of a medical episode where she gets face blindness. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before. It's a real thing. Some people are born with it and some people develop it. And so obviously she's an artist, she's a portrait artist. So she's now seeing faces like puzzle pieces, like they don't come together properly, so it doesn't look like a face. So what could be worse for a portrait artist than not being able to see faces? And of course there's an aspect of romance in it. She falls in love with two different men. It's a really great story. It helps you kind of picture life differently. Picture, portrait, okay. But I really like her stories because there's just such an aspect of, like, we're uncertain about ourselves, and yet the people in our lives can help us see us more clearly. And I really like that about her stories. Um, and so I would, of the four, this is the one that I would recommend hands down over the other three. This one did take me a little bit longer to read, but that's because I really was enjoying it and wanted to just kind of be in the story for a little bit longer and not rush through it like the other ones. And I like when there's just like these little things that you, one, two sentences that she just throws in and you're like, yep, that speaks to me. Or just what a great little nugget of truth here. So Sadie's getting ready to go to a party. Before the party, I'd come up with a throwdown phrase in case I started to panic. And it went like this: help me out here. I have a facial recognition problem. Have we met before? Want to know what the hardest part of that phrase was? The word help. All right, so those were the four books that I read in April. I do have my list for May already started. If you have read any of the Catherine Center books, any Claire Cook, or if you do have a Christy Woodson Harvey book that maybe I should try that you would recommend, or did you find the same thing that I did, where you just weren't a fan of the writing style and you just couldn't finish a book, or you pressed through, finished the book and wished you hadn't? I've done that several times as well. Thanks for sticking with me today, and I hope to see you next week. Have a great week.